I hope you guys are ready to hear me yap because I've got some things to say. So grab your popcorn, get comfy, and let's talk about MoCo because, dudes, it's been literally over a month since it's been out, and I have sunk way too many hours into this game. No, not really, not enough. I cannot get enough of MoCo. It is genuinely like my favorite game to come out 2025, 2024, in the past 10 years, honestly. Like, I can't stop playing this game. It is everything I want, almost everything I want, and that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. It is almost everything I want in an MMO, but let's talk about why it's not. First, let's talk about the good. I'm just going to be rambling, playing, getting some quests done, so I hope you enjoy this type of video, but the good. I grew up playing MMOs. That's like the game style genre type that I am a fan of. I watched people play RuneScape growing up. I played a very similar app. I don't know if any of you guys played Pocket Legends. Shout out if you did. The OG app MMO, basically. But it was very similar, you know, pick your character, pick your classes. You can build how you want, focus your points on like strength class, intelligence class, dexterity class, whatever it is. Grind for weapons and level up, market, sell your gear, the whole shebang. Basically a mobile RuneScape. And this game, MoCo, has a lot of those core elements, and I think it does a lot of those things really, really well. So, like, let's talk about some of the things it does really well. One of my favorite things already is the questing system, or the daily job system, allows higher level players, and it encourages higher level players to go back to previous worlds that they've probably already finished quests in, and they go back into worlds with underlevel players, and it encourages team play so that the underleveled players can get almost a boost and helping hand from those over-leveled players. That way, starting out as a new player, there's never really a moment where you're like lost, super stuck, can't progress. Like, you can pretty much load into any world you want and always find, you know, the big wolf pack, the big squad gang of people running around the world just like this. Like, you saw me load into this world and immediately I was joined with this group and we're running around, and I could take my fingers off my iPad and just run around and everybody would kill the bosses for me and it would be fine. So as a new player, you're encouraged to run around with people, and it's really nice. It promotes like a level of team play that I feel like most of these MMOs kind of lack. You are almost always in those other games stuck with people around your exact same level, and it can at times be really grindy if you're stuck on a level that you're not as equipped for, you're not high enough level for. But in MoCo, you're always or almost always able to find a group of people like this to help you take down big bosses, especially when you're entering into those new worlds. So the team play and the daily jobs that are encouraged here, I'm a big fan of. Another thing that I think MoCo does phenomenally, like maybe the best thing in the game, and also all of these things are going to be out of order, no particular order in my favoritism towards these, but this one might be my favorite, is the music. Like, can we just appreciate the music? Because they slap. Like, you're telling me you wouldn't just listen to that soundtrack just because? Like, oof, whoever did the music, props to you. It sounds current. It sounds like fire music. So I literally have so much fun just grinding monsters, trying to unlock gear, chaos cores, just because I can hear the music. So props to you guys. Bro, another one of my all-time top tier favorite things about this game is the fact that it's 100% free to play. Like, when I heard about this app coming from Supercell, pitched as free to play, I was like, okay, yeah, we'll see what that means. But like, it is free to play. You could spend $1,000 on this game and have no more advantage than somebody that spends $0 on this game. It is all about time, commitment, grinding, and that is how it should be. Like, 100% MMOs should be about how much time you spend in the game. Like, if somebody wants to spend 5 minutes in the game, great, they shouldn't have the max tier weapon. And if they want to complain about being underleveled in dojos like some of you guys do in my comments, and my response is put some work in the game and unlock your gear, that's not the response some of you guys want, but that's how the game should be. I'm a big fan. So again, props to Supercell for sticking to their guns and saying, hey, we want to do this right for the community and we want to make money off cosmetics, and that's how it should be. Like Fortnite, I know that's such a cringy example these days. I don't know if you guys still play that game. I haven't touched it in a long time, but that's a phenomenal example of a game done right purely based off cosmetics. It is a successful business model. You just have to make sure you have a fun game and listen to your community, which I already feel like they have done a decent job on. The community manager, I'm not going to pronounce his name because I would butcher it, but he has already been so active on Twitter. He's apologized for things like the brown belt elo not working in that PvP matchup, and just the PvP game mode as a whole, because the slugfest was not fun. So yeah, but more than just apologizing for that, I mean, he's been super active on Twitter. He's been engaged with the community. They've been teasing new weapons, new gear, all this stuff. They've been active with the community since before the game went global, which is a really, really good sign that they care and want to do things right. I know not every game is perfect, and this game surely has its flaws, and we will talk about that here shortly. But they are doing a lot of things right. I'm just rambling. I probably should have put together a bunch of notes and a list of things to talk about. So if you guys have things you want to drop in the comments that you think they are doing very well or very poorly, I really want to hear that, because I hope maybe potentially the Supercell team is watching this. If not, I'll send it in the Discord and make them watch it. But I want to hear from you guys. What are your favorite parts about the game or least favorite parts? Because I'm curious to know if my opinions, kind of represent the community, or if I'm just so off here and you guys are like, no, these are some L takes, stop yapping. Speaking of L takes, let's move on to some of the things that I think could be improved upon. These, again, are in no particular order. Some of these I think have easy solutions. Some of these I don't. So we're just going to start talking. One of these, here's one I don't think has an easy solution. I don't know how to fix this because I don't necessarily think a market or some trading post type place would be a good fit in this game, but I do miss that. Like, I miss that element in an RPG. Like, I want to spend hours and hours grinding for like the best gear in the game and get like the best weapon that nobody has, and go to a station where I could potentially trade that for a currency and buy a different weapon. Like, I know that's how so many games do it, and there's nothing even close to that in MoCo. And again, I don't know how MoCo would implement that, because everything you unlock is permanent and you keep it, but I do miss some element of the community, the I've grinded, now let me show off what I've grinded for. Like, there's no element of that, like, you can grind all you want, sure, you can get on the leaderboard and show off your XP level, but I mean, that's as simple as farming your Chaos Shards and being stupid all day sitting in a dojo. Like, that's no fun. That's not what I'm talking about, So I don't know the solution to that, but I think there's definitely something lacking. Like, the cool zone to test gear is the closest thing to that, but that's not what I'm talking about. Like, there needs to be a place where people come together in like a town square type deal. There's like a market where you can buy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody that has played any MMOs ever, you know what I'm talking about. I don't know how to put this into words well, but the game is lacking some core element like that. But I talked about it a second ago, the people sitting in dojos all day and grinding XP. Here's one core thing that dojos really need is a timed leaderboard. Like, the whole purpose of dojos, of solo time trials, beating your times faster and faster, they already have the tech in the game to keep track of your fastest time, and they already have a tech in the game right now for the leaderboard. Put those two together. Like, this game is all about competition and grinding. Give the top players a reason to grind even more. Instead of farming those Chaos Shards, which they're about to patch anyways, make us grind for dojo leaderboards. Like, let us flex our, like, who can come up with the best strat. Like, I see so many people in my comments when I post my dojo guides, and they're like, oh, you did it in 45 seconds. I did it in 44 seconds. And honestly, like, genuinely, those comments don't make me upset. I am impressed. Like, I want to know what you guys did to get a faster time than me. Is it because you're over leveled, or are you under leveled and you have a better, like, the strategy part to this game is genuinely my favorite part to this game. Like, I want to see who can come up with the best build or the most creative build. Like I didn't think of certain things that I saw other YouTubers do, and I'm like, that's really smart. That's super sick that you beat this faster than me or slower than me, but you still beat it in a completely different build. And I think that should be flexed. You know, I think everything should have a leaderboard. Same exact thing for rifts. I think there should be rift leaderboards. Anything that is a time trial should have a global leaderboard. Promote the competitiveness. Like, I want there to be a spirit of competitiveness in this game. Speaking of, spirit of competitiveness, we're going to go into PvP because I can't think of anything more competitive, and we are in the subject of things that could be improved upon, so PvP it is. PvP is just bad. I mean, no way around it. I don't know if you guys are enjoying it and you guys are like, what do you, take PvP's got? It's not PvP, it's like PvE, and there's also other players in it. It's weird. It doesn't feel like PvP. It doesn't feel like who can come up with the best build and outmaneuver and skill. It's who can hide from other players. Oh my gosh, okay, can we just stop dying immediately? Let's find a good pack here. But you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't feel like PvP. And that's the problem. Is I understand in a game like this, you might not necessarily be able to literally just throw 10 people in there and have it be what it is. But the way that they have it now feels just like PvE, like what I'm doing right now. But at the same time, you can just attack other players, but you don't have to. And I think that's the problem with PvP right now, is you can avoid players the entire time and still come first in PvP. But that's not, that's PvE. I'm rambling, I'm yapping, but you see my point. That's the issue. Is PvP is rough. It's in a rough state, and it's just kind of boring. Ooh, Mega Charged Chaos Juggler. Let's get in there. Let's get me some Chaos Cores. I'm out of XP, but you know. Speaking of out of XP, that's man, I keep leading myself into what I want to talk about. So you know, I hope you came. Like I said in the intro, hope you came here to listen to me yap. I am fine with an XP cap. I genuinely, truthfully am. I think if somebody wants to spend 23 hours of their day grinding and farming XP, they should. That's their prerogative. But if there's going to be an XP cap, there's an XP cap. However, I have seen this said so many times on Reddit, on Discord, in my comments. It is so demotivating when you don't see anything drop from monsters. Like when you're grinding and all of a sudden the XP drops, it just goes away and you kill all of these monsters and nothing happens. No materials, no XP, no... Also, 1 Chaos Core for that? Come on, my guy. What are we doing? But you know what I'm saying? Like in the old previous beta, different worlds had different enemies drop different materials. It had encouraged you to go hop through different worlds so that you can get those different materials. Like it felt rewarding because you could always, monsters like always dropped something. So your farming and your grinding always felt rewarding. Now I'm out of XP and I get a Chaos Core like once every 15 bosses. Like it feels, listen, I'm all about grinding. I'm all about spending hours and hours for that like small progress buff. But this feels too small. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm spending hours of my day playing this game out of XP, but all I can do, because I finished my like world quest, is get 1 or 2 chaos cores every 30 minutes. It doesn't feel like enough progress for the amount of work you do. So again, I'm fine with an XP cap if you really want to limit and slow down my progress that much, but you need to balance out the rewards for the people that do actually spend their time grinding past the XP cap, if that makes sense. Like, there has to be a little bit better balance. Let's talk about something else that needs to be improved on, is the lobby and just like social feature in general. But like, the lobby as a whole is clunky, bro. It is a mess, man. I don't know how many of you guys have been watching your streamers, your content creators that you watch play MoCo, and they've got a lobby going, and you try to join, or you try to join in on their rifts, and the lobby page is just bonkers. It's confusing. It's not cohesive. Doesn't look good. You get kicked out. People like, if you've tried to join people's lobbies, you know what I'm saying. Like, it is not a user-friendly experience. So just the lobby as a whole is gross. Like, fix that. Y'all need to work on that, all right? Especially if rifts, now that they were changing squid blades to remove the invisibility, rifts are going to be a lot more co-op team dependent. You are going to have to use strategy if you want to beat them in their specific time frames. And it is going to be super important to have that team cohesiveness. And if the lobbies and social features are the way that they are and continue to be, like, it's not going to cut it. Like, I would love to see something like the pre-draft selection period, like the Brawl Stars has, where you kind of load up into the lobby and you can kind of ban, pick whatever your brawlers. There needs to be something like that for rifts, where you load in, you get in with your, I know you have the pre-lobby, but it's so clunky that it's kind of hard to see what people are running. People get kicked out. It's hard to see whose lobby you're, like, all of that as a whole just needs to be fixed, so that risk can be a better experience for randoms. My thoughts are all over the place, but let me go back to cosmetics here for just a second, just 2 seconds. I want to say, I've seen a lot of people like kind of hating on the prices of the cosmetics. If you don't want to pay $10 for a pass or a skin or whatever it is, just don't pay it. Like, it's as simple as that. You realize that somebody has to make that piece of art. Like, I'm not trying to glaze the Supercell team right now. I think they have a lot of issues with the game. Like, I've been rambling, I've been yapping about the issues. But I've also seen a lot of people like straight up hating and being rude to the MoCo team. Like, $10 is not a lot of money when you think about how much time somebody has to sit down, draw, come up with the art, like the concept art, actually make it, get it in game, fit the character models, like, and that's one skin set. Like, I'm sure they can reuse certain assets and certain things, like, but when it comes to like, $10 is the price of like your lunch. Like, I don't know, I'm rambling, but I don't know. I feel like that's a sensitive subject for some people, and I'm like, bro, this is a free-to-play game. If you don't want to pay $10, nobody's making you pay $10, bro. Like, just move on. Hey, but if you are spending $10, use a creator code. I don't have one, but support a creator. We're out here hustling, so support somebody. I guess the real question is, after rambling, putting most things out on the table, I'm sure there's so many things that after, like, as soon as I stopped recording, I'm like, oh, I wanted to talk about this and this and this and this. But I've been yapping for a little bit. Hopefully you guys are still here. But the question after putting it all out on the table is, does the good outweigh the bad? And for me, by far, yes. Like, I cannot stop playing this game. I think it's got too many good features. The Elite Hunter program, all of those cosmetics, like the fact that all those are cosmetics and I'm just grinding so that my character looks cooler than yours, that's what an MMO to me is about. Like, you should be able to look at my character, and before I even pull out my weapon, you should be like, ooh, that guy's a high level because his character looks sick. And like look, ooh, I do right now. Are you kidding me? Boom, you got the like oof, right? Okay, but like, eventually, like, that's gonna wear off a little bit, so you gotta add new weapons, new worlds, new monsters, new features, and the new features is kind of on like the more important side to me right now. I want to see social features. I want to see like a leaderboard for dojos so that grinding becomes more fun. I want to see like, I don't want to see like crazy new like game breaking changing mechanics, but I want to see like little things that kind of spice it up. I feel like right now it is a lot of the same thing, and that's maybe one of the negatives I probably should have talked about is the end game loop. I am not one of those people that feels like it's repetitive to the point where it's not fun, but I can also understand the argument that people have been making of like nothing changes when you hit Elite 30, the Elite Hunter program. Like I can understand the argument, but again, that just goes back to like how much grinding you want to do, how much time you want to put in, and how much like you want to see your character look cool. But I think that goes back into like what's the point, because there's no social features and yada yada yada. I've done my rambling, but again, I said it in the intro, I do really want to hear what you guys think. Like, what is your biggest, oh, I love this, MoCo has done this really well, and what is your biggest, MoCo has not done this well, like they really need to change this? I want to hear from you guys, but that is probably enough yapping for me. I am going to end this video here. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know. Hope you enjoyed this type of content, laid back, just chilling. But that's going to be it for me. I will catch you guys in the next video. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed, and see you in the next one. Peace.